Hey guys, welcome back to Skylanders Ring of Heroes. Now, I'm sorry I didn't do many uploads this week. I've just been a bit sick and work's been crazy, so I didn't get around to making any videos this week. But this one, I wanted to do some sort of public service announcements, just talk about a few things early on, and then go over my account where I'm at. And a lot of people have been asking me how I'm going with the B10 challenge against Tectone, so I'll take you where I'm at with that and into what I'm going to be looking at doing for that challenge. So the first few things I wanted to talk about is now, a common question people are always asking is, what are the best Nat 5s? What Nat 5 should I work on? All this sort of thing. And for me, at the moment, because I don't have the resources to upgrade them all, I honestly don't know. It's we can theory craft, and I'll always give you my best thoughts on what I can give. But there's another guy out there who I think you guys should all check out. His YouTube channel is Professor JT. I'll leave it in the description. Check him out. I don't think it's any secret when you look at his account. He spent a bit of money on the game. And he's got an Awakened 6-star Ember, an Awakened 6-star Kingpin, an Awakened 6-star Buckshot, and countless other Nat 4s. He's got Freeze Blade 6-star Awaken, I'm pretty sure it's Hex. And then he's got a bunch of 6-star other Nat 5s like Astro Blast. He's got so many units, and he is the guy that I would like to direct you guys to for testing Nat 5s for that sort of thing. Like I said, I'll always give you my best thoughts and theory crafting, but if you want to see practicality, definitely go check out Professor JT. He has come from Castle Clash. Sorry, he's got a very large channel for that. He started a new channel for Skylanders, so definitely go check him out, give him a sub, and watch his content. He does good quality content, and it's the kind of content that no one else is really making at the moment because none of us are obviously that well resourced into the game. So definitely go check him out. Like I said, check out his backlog of videos. He's been uploading 10 videos a week, so there's a lot there to have a look at if you're curious on those Nat 5s and other sort of stuff like that. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. The second thing I wanted to talk about is something that that I had Gandu Bus. Once again, sorry if I said your name wrong. He's that guy that I showed you, that 3-star B10 team. He was in my Discord the other day. This was about a week ago now, and he was telling me about something that I'm not sure who found it out, but he was just telling me about something that is he learned, and that is that apparently the right unit in your team, so my Whirlwind, for instance, is one that takes higher priority of being targeted by the boss in dungeons. And so after he said that, I did a bit of testing. I'm going to say it's not 100% all the time. Like when I was testing, I was doing a bit of B10 testing with this team. It didn't work too well. I'll give you that much. But when I was testing it, the boss would still attack my Gear Shift sometimes Whirlwind, and even sometimes the Kaboom. That's depending on Armor Break. The waves did seem to attack the right unit a little bit more too. So I don't know how much truth there is to it, and I haven't done enough testing to find out, but it's definitely something to consider when you're trying your teams. If something's not working, just shuffle around the order of your team and see if it does give you a little bit more success, make it a little bit more reliable, and who knows what could happen, but just test it out. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but it's something that got brought to my attention, so I just wanted to share it with you guys. Also Gandu Bus, he's started a YouTube channel. And if you were more curious about those B10 runs, obviously I'm trying to work towards it, but he's there now, and he's actually put up a video of a bunch of runs of his B10 manual team, and he's also got links in his description of that video to check out the stats and runes of his units. So definitely check that out if you're sort of wondering about sort of stat requirements to get it done and to be doing that B10 the way he's doing it. So that's another one for you guys to check out. The other thing I wanted to talk about is it's one that sort of got asked early on a lot. People sort of stopped asking it, and I sort of just naturally hit the stage where it became really relevant, and that's when to upgrade your gold stores and your energy and your magic collector. So for me, this is just from my progression, and I feel like a lot of people will end up being the same. And for me, early on, I didn't want to upgrade them too much. I upgraded energy and the gem one early on a little bit just to sort of get that free resource a bit more, but it does get really expensive to upgrade them. I think the last power up's 450 1,000 gold on each of them. And the gold ones as well get expensive. First thing I want to say, if you do upgrade them, the small gold one definitely seems like the best value, then the medium, then the large. So I'd definitely upgrade them doing small, medium, large, if that was the order you're looking at. But the stage of the game to start doing it, for me, and like I said, I think a lot of people are in that similar situation, is once you've got your B9 team and then you're going into farming and your next unit from hard modes, because hard modes drop so much gold now. So when I'm doing, so at the moment I'm farming for Igniter. So we'll just do one quick run and I'll show you the kind of gold you do get, because it's actually really good. And if you can get a team that starts farming these fairly quickly, not lightning fast, I think my runs are about a minute and a half in game time, you do get a lot of gold, because these runs are giving me around about 1,000 gold per run or less, which is about 9 to 10k per 10x run. And then also on top of that, you've got all the runes you're selling, which for me, after a 10x, I'm normally selling about 2 to 4k's worth of runes, which gives me another 2 to 4k gold. So it ends up being sort of that 12 to 13, 14k gold per 10x, which is actually really efficient. And because you need so many shards to build these units, you're going to be farming there for a while, and this is why I reckon it's the time to upgrade those buildings. As you can see, I've got all my buildings maxed. I've gone through and powered up about another 8 runes to 15, and I've still got over 1 million gold in my kitty. So at this sort of time when you're farming units, you've got excess gold, you're not farming runes that you need to upgrade. That is definitely, for me, the time to start going in here. As you can see, 984 gold for the run, and then we'll sell the rune for 540. So this is definitely the time for me that you want to check out your gold, energy, and gem stores and upgrade them, because you'll have a lot of gold. You won't be spending it on runes because you're still farming units. And it's just the optimum time for me that I think you should be upgrading those. So definitely check it out. If you're sitting there with 3 or 4 million gold because you've been farming a unit and you haven't thought about it, I'd definitely consider it as an option now. Moving on to my account. So my account, as you can see, we're level 45. We're making progress. I've got the Wham Shell. I don't really use him that much yet. I've got some runes on him. I haven't farmed that much B9. I did rune him to farm B9, so at the moment when I go to bed, I put a B9 10x on because it takes a long time, and I let that go and get the runes in the morning. But I haven't really farmed B9 too much after I built Wham Shell. I've been just farming Kaboom. I got Kaboom up. He's at +2. I did summon like 70 shards of him in one of my Ultra Premiums, so that helped me power him up a bit. Haven't got runes on him yet. I did swap over Boomer's runes onto him to test him in some runs with Whirlwind and Gear Shift. Just didn't have the damage, and the mitigation wasn't quite there with the Gear Shift not being awakened, so that's where he's at. Whirlwind, I actually changed up some runes on. So Whirlwind was on attack, defense, HP, and now she's on defense, double HP. She does prefer flat HP when she's unawakened, but it's not too much of a big deal putting percent on. So these were just the runes I had with, like, that one was they were strike sets, and I wanted to get that strike set. So what actually happened when I swapped those runes was I kept the same attack, lost a little bit of defense, but gained about 2k HP. So that's where she's at. She's fairly tanky, still heals really well, and works well. So in the challenge with Tectone, I'm currently losing the unit race. He's already got his Igniter 6-star and Awaken. Mine's is 6-star now, but as you can see, I'm almost halfway on the Awakening, so hopefully another couple of days and I will get there and I'll be able to start testing some proper B10 teams. I feel like my runes are not quite there yet, so I might have to do some B9 farming and all that. But in the meantime, I am going to also be working on the Gear Shift, because like I said, I do love the idea of Gear Shift. I'm worried that I will need dodge runes to make her work properly, just to get enough evasion. But once I do awaken her, this will be really nice. As you can see, I'm on 99, and I'm probably going to dump all my Omni Gems into her. So if I do that, I'd be at 246 plus another 9. So I'll be at 255 if I use all my Omni Gems at the moment. So another few days of the daily farm, and I should have Gear Shift awaken, and then I'll do a video about testing her and stuff like that. But yeah, besides that, it's pretty much just been the Igniter grind and just grinding out those those shards. Like I said, when I was testing the Kaboom, Whirlwind, and Gear Shift, I actually got the boss down to about 20% health on my best run. When Gear Shift does proc, the wide range damage down does make a big difference. So I'm keen to see what happens when she gets the shield on top of that and see how that works. I'm also considering trying a Deja Vu, Gear Shift, and Kaboom. I'm just going to mix around with different options. Obviously, the challenge being Tectone are doing, I can't use Gear Shift or Deja Vu, but I just still want to test all these things out. So my idea with the Gear Shift, Deja Vu, and Kaboom is that I'll have the attack buff from the Deja Vu, which means that what I'll try doing is targeting the towers and just letting Kaboom's bombs do the damage, because they're going to be the only real damaging attack, so that Gear Shift isn't contributing to the revenge counter, which gives me a longer time to get Gear Shift to evade an attack, put the shield up, put the wide range damage down, and then hopefully that might work to some effect, but who knows. There's a lot of things that I'm going to try just for a reliable team, because it seems at the moment in B10, it's Igniter, Kaboom, X will get the job done for a 3-star run if your runes are good enough. Just from what I'm seeing from other people, it seems like all you need is that third unit. I've seen some people do it with Gear Shift, seen some people do it with Spyro, the Wham Shell, the Light Jetvac. That third unit is there to help your team survive through the waves, and then you're just using Kaboom to clear the waves. And then once you get to the boss, it's basically that third unit you don't want to use any abilities on that will contribute to the revenge counter, and you just want to basically nuke the boss with Igniter. So that's why I'm still considering Deja Vu with a Kaboom and Igniter on good enough runes that they can survive a few hits. I'm hoping that might actually be a more reliable option, because you can then bring Deja Vu into that last stage and still get some use out of her, get the attack buff, get the hourglass effect, get the heal, get the cleanse. So that's what I still think Deja Vu could be amazing for it, but I can't wait to test her. I'm just struggling to get enough shards. I'm close to evolving her to 5-star, which would be nice to get some extra stats, but we're still a long way off the 6-star. So that's pretty much it for my count at the moment. We're just progressing slowly on that Igniter, but once I do get him 6-star Awaken, I'll do a video of some test runs in B10, and also when I do get the Gear Shift Awaken, I'll do some test runs of that as well, and get some videos out for that. But thanks for watching, guys. I know this wasn't too much excitingness in this video, but definitely do go check out JT. Check out that video by Gandu Bus with the B10 runs if you want to check out the rune requirements, and also definitely think about those upgrades, because over the long run, I think you do end up making about 1 million gold per month from having all those gold stores upgraded, which is really nice, and a heap of energy and gems. So thanks for watching. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.